Hibernation isn't just sleeping, it's a whole body shutdown. They slow their heart rate, drop their body temperature, and live off stored fat through the winter. Hedgehogs usually build a cozy nest out of leaves, grass, and twigs in a quiet spot like under a log or inside a burrow. However, not all hedgehogs winter. African species like the African pygmy hedgehog, which is the most common pet hedgehog in the US, don't hibernate naturally. In fact, if pet hedgehogs get too cold, they can go into a dangerous semi-hibernation state called torpor, which can lead to illness or even death. Now let's talk about baby hedgehogs, also known as hoglets. That's right, hoglets. One of the cutest words in the animal kingdom. A mother hedgehog can give birth to anywhere from 2 to 10 hoglets in a single litter. These babies are born blind, with soft spines under the skin that emerge after a few hours. Within weeks, they're exploring the world on their own, learning how to hunt bugs and avoid danger. Hedgehogs grow up fast, usually reaching adulthood within a few months. Hedgehogs have some strange but useful adaptations. For example, they're one of the few mammals immune to certain toxins and venoms. They can eat scorpions, poisonous frogs, and even snakes with little to no ill effect. Their bodies produce proteins that neutralize venom, giving them a superpower in the wild. Imagine a creature so cute it could be in a Pixar movie, but also able to eat a cobra for dinner. Is that a hedgehog? Their natural range is pretty wide too. Wild hedgehogs can be found across Europe, Africa, Asia, and parts of the Middle East. But they're not native to North America, despite their popularity as pets in the United States. In fact, some states like California, Georgia, and Hawaii have restrictions or bans on owning hedgehogs due to concerns about them becoming invasive or carrying diseases. And that brings us to hedgehogs as pets. Over the past decade, hedgehogs have become kind of a trend. They've taken over Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest boards with their sleepy eyes and cozy hideouts. But they're not the easiest pets. Hedgehogs require a lot of care, including gentle, patient socialization, an insect-based diet, ample space for exercise. They can run up to 6 miles per night on a wheel, and a warm, quiet environment. Some hedgehogs warm up to their owners and become affectionate in their own way. Others prefer to be left alone. They're not like dogs or cats, you have to earn their trust, and even then, they might just sniff you and curl up for a nap. Despite their small size, hedgehogs can live pretty long lives in captivity. Most pet hedgehogs live 4 to 6 years, though some can reach 7 or 8 with exceptional care. In the wild, their life expectancy is usually shorter due to predators, disease, and road accidents. What makes hedgehogs so special? Let's find out. Hedgehogs might be small, but don't let their size fool you. They're loaded with fascinating features, weird behaviors, and some serious survival skills. These prickly little creatures have been rolling around for millions of years, and while they might look like tiny balls of fluff and spikes, they've got a lot more going on beneath the surface. So let's dive into the wild and wonderful world of hedgehog facts, where everything from their quirky habits to their biological superpowers will surprise you. First off, the most iconic thing about a hedgehog is its spines. And yes, they're sharp. A single adult hedgehog can have anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 spines covering its back. These are not just ornaments, they are also weapons for defense. Each spine is made of keratin, the same stuff your hair and nails are made of, and is hollow and lightweight, yet strong enough to deter most predators. When a hedgehog feels threatened, it doesn't run or hiss. It curls into a tight, spiky ball, hiding its soft belly and face, turning itself into a medieval mace. Good luck biting into that. Despite their medieval armor, hedgehogs are not aggressive. They're shy, solitary creatures that prefer to mind their own business. Most of their activity happens at night, which makes them nocturnal. When the sun goes down, they go exploring. Their eyesight isn't anything to write home about, but their sense of smell and hearing is off the charts. They can hear the tiniest insect rustling in the leaves and smell a worm underground. That's pretty impressive for something that fits in your hand. Speaking of worms, hedgehogs are insectivores. That means their diet is made up mostly of insects, worms, beetles, caterpillars, slugs, and other creepy crawlies. But don't peg them as picky eaters, they're opportunistic. If a hedgehog stumbles across a bird egg, a small frog, or even a dead mouse, it's not turning its nose up. Their sharp little teeth help them crunch through tough insect shells and tiny bones like pros. If there's food around, a hedgehog will find it, eat it, and keep on rolling. One of the weirdest hedgehog behaviors is something called self-anointing. When they encounter a new or strong smell, maybe it's a plant, a piece of food, or even a weird object, they start producing a ton of saliva. Then, they'll lick the object, froth up the saliva, and spread the goo all over their spines using their tongue. Scientists still don't fully understand why they do this. It could be a way to hide their scent, or it could be a chemical defense in the event that the smell came from something harmful. Either way, it's gross, hilarious, and very uniquely hedgehog. In colder regions, like Europe, wild hedgehogs hibernate. Cars pose a significant threat to wild hedgehogs today. Hedgehogs often travel long distances at night and may cross roads, leading to tragic encounters with traffic. However, efforts are being made to safeguard them. In countries like the UK, hedgehogs have become symbols of conservation. Communities are building hedgehog highways, small holes in fences that allow hedgehogs to safely move between gardens. People are also being encouraged to leave patches of their yards wild and avoid using chemicals that kill off the insects hedgehogs depend on. Last but not least, the hedgehog's influence on culture should not be overlooked. From Beatrix Potter's Mrs. Tiggywinkle to Sonic the Hedgehog, these creatures have made their mark on literature, video games, and folklore. Hedgehogs are regarded as signs of wisdom or good fortune in some cultures. In others, they're tricksters or clever problem solvers. But across the board, people have always been drawn to their mix of toughness and charm. In short, hedgehogs are much more than just cute, spiny animals. They're ancient survivors, bug-hunting machines, nighttime adventurers, and unexpected heroes of the natural world. Whether they're curled up in a leafy den or running laps on a wheel in someone's living room, hedgehogs remind us that even the smallest creatures can carry a world of wonder on their backs. Can a hedgehog beat a snake, fox, or badger? At first glance, hedgehogs don't exactly scream battle ready. They are adorable, quiet, and small. With their twitchy noses and tiny feet, they look more like they belong in a bedtime story than a battle arena. But don't let the cuteness fool you, hedgehogs are built for survival. Underneath that fuzzy face is a tough little animal with built-in armor and a no-nonsense attitude. When the going gets rough in the wild, the hedgehog doesn't run, it rolls into a spiky tank and lets nature know, "Don't mess with me."